Thanksgiving dinner, my grandmother asked me, what the heck is this Bitcoin stuff anyway, right? And I said to her, do you remember when Visa cards first came out? You were used to paying with cash or with a check, and then a Visa came out. It was this weird payment system that you didn't understand. And she said, yeah, I remember that. I said, well, Bitcoin is just the next evolution of another payment system.
Brace yourself, Nakamoto was the foundation.
What up guys, Nakamoto Crypto here. Bitcoin once again is back up above $18,000 as the rally continues, and that is an increase of 5% over the past 24 hours. Overall, the weekly price has increased by 0.74%. This bullish sentiment is back up given the fact that just on Thursday, a few days ago on November the 26th, the world's largest cryptocurrency went through a meltdown when the coin crashed in value by $3,000 in a single day. Bitcoin's plummeting price led to a sell-off the very next day when a number of whole coiners, addresses that hold at least one whole Bitcoin, dropped by nearly 1,000. Yet today's leveling off is the continuation of a rally that began back on Friday last week, when the price of Bitcoin started picking up momentum from the lows of $16,700, reaching as high as $17,180 on Friday by midnight. But the real spectacle lies in the monthly price performance, when Bitcoin went from $10,500 to almost $20,000 between October and late November. In a matter of a month, BTC was up by 50%, something that has never been seen before. Bitcoin's 24-hour trading volume today hit as high as $36.218 billion, a whopping increase of 8.1% from yesterday's $33.390 billion. The entire crypto market cap has increased by $537 billion, an increase of 5% over the past 24 hours. Bitcoin alone accounts for $335 billion of that global market cap, which is 62% of the entire cryptocurrency market cap. Another bullish news is the fact that a Wall Street giant with $295 billion in assets is now investing into Bitcoin. The Guggenheim Funds Trust will invest over $500 million from the Macro Opportunities Funds into the Grayscale's Bitcoin Trust, with more than $295 billion in assets under their management. Guggenheim Partners will be the largest crypto company up to date to be buying Bitcoin. The Guggenheim Trust filed an amendment with the SEC on Friday that allows them and their $5 billion Macro Opportunities Fund to gain exposure to Bitcoin. Specifically, the fund plans to invest a full 10% of its net asset value into Grayscale. The document filed with the SEC states that the Guggenheim Macro Opportunities Fund may seek investment exposure to Bitcoin indirectly through investing up to 10% of their net asset value into Grayscale, and privately offer investment vehicles that invest into Bitcoin. To the extent the fund invests into GBTC, and it will do so through a subsidiary. So according to the independent rating firm Morningstar, Guggenheim Macro Opportunities Fund currently has $5.3 billion in assets under their management, which means that the funds may have to invest up to $530 million of that into GBTC. In general, Guggenheim's market entry will be a new record high for Bitcoin. Guggenheim's Partners is a global investment and advisory firm with more than $295 billion under their control, making it the largest company up to date to publicly announce that they are now investing into Bitcoin. So now, after MicroStrategy CEO Michael Saylor announced back in August the adaptation of Bitcoin as their primary reserve asset for his company, there was an avalanche of institutional investors who made public their renewed interest into Bitcoin, with Jack Dorsey's Square PayPal, and investor legends such as Paul Tudor Jones, Stanley Druckenmiller, just to name a few. And now more and more are recognizing Bitcoin's potential in times of expansive monetary policy. Grayscale Investment is the world's largest crypto asset management fund and currently manages up to $10.8 billion in cryptocurrencies, with the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust alone accounting for over $9 billion in recent months. Grayscale has been in the headlines due to their massive increase in interest from institutional clients. According to their Q3 report of 2020, the GBTC has absorbed 70% of all newly mined Bitcoin since then. Some more bullish news is Canada's based investment firm Cypherpunk Holdings has now dumped all of their Ethereum and Monero just to buy more Bitcoin. In an announcement on Thursday, the company said that its Bitcoin holdings have increased from 72,979 BTC all the way up to 276,479 BTC. This is a whopping 279% increase. The company financed the additional Bitcoin purchases with the full liquidation of their positions in Ethereum and Monero just to buy more Bitcoin. So right now, there's no need to fear Bitcoin. This is according to Sino Global Capital. After a week of gloomy headlines and a brutal price dip, traders would do well to think long term. In the midst of the crippling price dips earlier this week, cryptocurrency traders seem to be driven by fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Dermot McGrath, the head of research at blockchain investment firm Sino Global Capital, said that the firm prefers taking a long-term view and a perspective of things. Shortly after Thanksgiving, the price of BTC has dipped all the way down to $16,200. Right after the news broke that the Chinese government has now seized $4.2 billion in cryptocurrencies as part of the Plus Token Ponzi scheme court proceedings, rumors swirled that those tokens were poised to be dumped on the open market, crashing the prices even further down. However, Sino Global CEO Matthew Graham wrote on Twitter that he believes that the majority of the Plus Token Bitcoin has already been sold. Additionally, whether or not the cryptocurrencies from the Plus Token Ponzi scheme has been sold, in an interview with Cointelegraph, McGrath recommended that traders should learn to look beyond immediate headlines, stating that in the crypto and blockchain ecosystem, it is important to be able to cut through the noise. He said that we are long-term bullish on Bitcoin, and we continue to see the industry professionalize and mature as an asset class. McGrath also weighed in on a common boogeyman for Western crypto traders and Chinese cryptocurrency miners. Many have speculated that Chinese miners could conduct a 51% attack one day on the Bitcoin network, and they have long been derided by some for controlling a vast majority of the BTC supply. Crypto Gains tweeted that the cool thing about China having a ton of Bitcoin and mining a ton of Bitcoin is absolutely nothing. McGrath, however, rejects both notions. Some of the reasons that Chinese miners have been a boogeyman to Western traders is simply a lack of understanding. He said in theory that of course, we know that 51% attacks can occur, but the level of centralization, coordination, and incentives simply does not exist amongst the Chinese miners community for cryptos. As far as dumping of mined coins, it is possible that the Chinese miners are impacted by external factors that could cause them to manage the mined coins differently. This is also to be expected across different geographies, he added. So when asked about the price targets, McGrath declined to make moonshot calls, but he did, however, shed some light on Sino's investment philosophy, stating that pick projects and teams in which you share a vision with and also have a conviction. Invest for the long term and don't get caught up in the day-to-day market fluctuations. He also stated that we invest in teams and projects where we share a vision and a conviction with. If we can find support and incubate these projects, then we have done our job. So as the crypto asset prices resume to their uptrend and we continue into a new bull market, perhaps McGrath's words of wisdom is worth considering. What do you think about Bitcoin climbing back up to $18,500 and the market sentiment? Let us know in the comment section below. Like the video, share, subscribe for some daily crypto content. I have been Mr. Nakamoto Crypto and out.
Bitcoin under $8,000.
Buy it.
Bitcoin under $5,000.
Buy it.
Bitcoin over $10,000.
Buy it.
Bitcoin is over $20,000.
Buy it.
Bitcoin under $8,000.
Buy it.
Bitcoin under $5,000.
Buy it.
Bitcoin is over $10,000.
Buy it.
Bitcoin is over $20,000.
Buy it.
Best performing asset in the last 10 years. True. Look into crypto, we need volunteers. No need to tiptoe, it won't disappear. Do your research, history made it clear.